a large crowd welcomed Jesus into Jerusalem.
Everyone seemed joyful and pleased that Jesus was coming into the city. But everyone was not pleased that Jesus had come to Jerusalem. These religious leaders plotted to have Jesus killed. They needed someone to tell them where to find Jesus, away from the crowds. Judas was a friend and follower of Jesus's. He agreed to betray Jesus for 30 pieces of silver. On the Thursday night, Jesus met with his closest friends for a special meal. Before the meal started, Jesus took a bowl of water and a towel and began washing his disciples' feet. But Jesus wanted to show everyone that serving was a good thing. They all sat together, eating and talking. Then Jesus took some bread and broke it and said, "This is what's going to happen to my body. It'll be broken for you." Then he took some red wine and said, "And this is like my blood, which will be spilt for you." His disciples were shocked. Then Jesus said, "Do this as a way of remembering what is going to happen to me." And now, all over the world, Christians take bread and wine as a way of remembering. After supper, Jesus and his disciples went out to a place called the Garden of Gethsemane. As night was falling, Jesus wanted to pray. His disciples fell asleep. As Jesus prayed, he knew what was about to happen to him. And he was very distressed. But he also knew that he was the only one who could do this important thing. So he chose not to run away. Then they heard the sound of marching feet. Judas arrived with some soldiers. Jesus was arrested. The disciples woke up and ran away. Jesus was brought before the religious leaders and questioned. He was beaten and tortured by soldiers. Jesus was taken to the Roman governor Pontius Pilate. Pilate was the only one who could sign an execution order to have Jesus killed. Pilate went out before the crowd and asked them, "What do you want me to do with this man?" The religious leaders had gone through the crowd, influencing them, so they shouted, "Crucify him! Crucify him!" Pilate signed the death warrant. On the Friday, Jesus was led through the streets of Jerusalem and nailed to a cross to die.
Jesus, you brought heaven down. My sin was great, your love was greater. What could separate us now? What a wonderful name it is. What a wonderful name it is. The name of Jesus Christ, my King. What a wonderful name it is. Nothing compares to this. What a wonderful name it is. The name of Jesus. What a wonderful name it is. The name of Jesus.
One of the soldiers said that he truly believed that Jesus was the Son of God.
Early on the Sunday morning, some women came to the tomb. They'd taken Jesus' body down from the cross and put it in a tomb, which is like a cave. Across the entrance to the tomb, they'd rolled a large stone. And when they came to the tomb, the stone in front of it had been moved. Jesus' body was missing. The women were upset. Just then, Mary, one of the women, saw a man standing nearby. It was Jesus. He was not dead. He'd come back to life. Over the next 6 weeks, Jesus appeared to his friends and disciples many times. Some of Jesus' disciples had spent all night fishing and caught nothing. At dawn, as they drew close to the beach, they saw a man. He told them to cast their nets on the other side of the boat. When they did this, immediately the nets were filled with fish. They looked closely and realised that the man was Jesus.
They all had fried fish for breakfast. Jesus talked to them. Christians believe that God came into our world as a man called Jesus and died for every single one of us. He died to take the punishment for all the bad things that we say and do and think. Christians believe that Jesus is alive today and can live in your heart. And this is the Easter story.